life update time. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet, but I like to babble, so we'll see. I've started tea. My sex drive has increased. We all know this. So I want to talk about sex. And like two aspects of sexuality, like sexual orientation and gender identity being one of them, and also just like having sex and like body stuff is the other thing. So I've been exploring the world of online cruising. It's been an interesting experience. It's been good for me, I think, because for me, like, my sexuality is really tied into my gender identity. Yeah, just like and like the longer I stay on T, I have to think about like existing in the world socially as male more so, and I just can't be a straight dude, like I'm just too much of a pansy for that shit. So I want to know what it's like to sleep with queer men. And I feel like I've been on the outside of gay male culture, cis gay male culture, for a long time, kind of like looking in and figuring out how I can get in there. So it's been really nice, and it's been better than I thought. And it's like one of the sort of things that I tell myself when I'm feeling shitty is that like cis gay men were never gonna find me attractive, and I was just kind of like, you know what, fuck Shay, like you don't know because you never really tried. So yeah, and it's been like there's lots of creepers, obviously, but and it's been harder than if I was cis, like straight up, I know that, but it's also been easier than I thought, and like these guys have never slept with a trans person before. These guys, I'm assuming, these guys don't have the right language. But they've been, like, open. And some of it's been really good. Some of it has been better than others. Whatever. But it's been fun. And, like, since taking tea, my sex drive has been like, whoa. So, it's been nice to know that I can blow some steam. Yeah. And I've also been finding myself, like, getting checked out by cis guys, which is really cool. I'm into it. And the other thing that I want to talk about was just, like, what it's like having sex. So I'm 22. I've been having sex since I was 16. That's 6 years ago. I've had a lot of sexual partners, and I've had lots of different kinds of sex. Like, I've had lesbian sex, I've had straight sex with guys, I've had straight sex with women, and I'm like, and like my sexuality has like meandered. Like, it's not been linear at all. And one thing that's really interesting is that, like, more so with guys, cis guys, than my cis women, but like I can be doing the exact same sexual act with the exact same body part, but if my partner is straight or if my partner is gay, like, it feels different. And it's really interesting, and I'm trying to figure out like what it is and like why it feels like sometimes people can actually see me and like interact with me the way that I am and the way that I identify, versus like other people who like say they see me but don't. And I think it's something that's learned, and I don't really know how to communicate that to people. But yeah, sex, lots of it, right? The thing that I was gonna say is that like it's only really been in the past 6 months, year maybe, that I've really started questioning, okay, like what do I actually like? When do I like it? Who do I like it with? In what other situations? And like, more importantly, like, what do I need during sex to make myself feel good in my body? And like, how do I communicate that to my partner? Because before I've just kind of been like, pass or fail, you know, like either you get my shit or you don't get my shit, and that's it. And I want to know, like, okay, like what can I tell you to do so that I can feel good and you can feel good, and then we can have good sex, because I like having good sex. And a couple things that have been really nice is that, like, I've been hooking up with a friend of mine who's also a trans guy, and sort of exploring sex that way. And it just feels so gay. And I like it. And it's nice. It's like, you know, I just feel more comfortable with my body when I'm with trans partners. Like, you know, they know where I'm coming from. And I've also recently, like, hooked up with this guy who is, I think, probably, like, the first, like, gay, homosexual, only sleeps with man type man that I've slept with. Like, different than those, like, oh, I think I'm bi, or like curious, whatever guys that I sleep with, which, you know, is fine. Like, totally bisexuality is the thing, but like, I don't know how they're reading me. But it's been really nice to like hook up with dudes who are into me as a dude, you know? And there's something I can feel about that. It's very visceral, and it just feels so good. It's like, it's kind of like the rest of the time, like, I'm negotiating between sexual satisfaction and like body dysphoria, and there's always generally a compromise. But when I'm like with someone who's into me the way that I am, and like have sex or like fuck in a way that like validates my gender identity, it's just like this tension in my mind is gone, and I'm just totally relaxed and at ease and fucking present in my body in a way that I'm normally not, and it's amazing. And that's like, that's where I want to get to. That's my goal. That's what I want to happen every time. Yeah, and it's just, you know, it's nice and it feels good, and, you know, I feel like a fag. And it's really good. Sound fucking ridiculous. Yeah, that's all I want to say. But yeah, sex. It's a thing. Also, I've been watching so much porn. Like, seriously, so much porn. Straight porn. I mean, sometimes I watch gay porn, but mostly straight porn. Which is weird. I feel like I want to talk about this. Because, like, I don't want to do that. You know? I don't want to have straight sex. But, like, fuck, I like to watch it. TMI. Alright.